Go ahead and throw your name and your hour on here. Today, we are doing the exact opposite of what we did in 5.6. So in 5.6, we looked at two parent functions, x squared and the absolute value of x, and we decided whether those functions were going to move left, right, up, or down. We in 5.6 had a big table that we put examples in. I just put a little table on here for us to fill out of which one's left, which one's right, which one's up, and which one's down. So adding inside of a function moves us to the left. Subtracting inside of a function moves us to the right. So inside is always left and right. Fill those two boxes out. Then adding outside of a function moves us up. And subtracting outside of a function moves us down. Okay, so what we're going to be doing today is we are going to look at our functions. We are going to pick whether it's the absolute value of x or the x squared parent function, just based on the shape. And then we are going to say, this is where it transformed to. Did it move up, down, left, right, or multiple of those? And then we're going to write a function. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Something that's super important when we go through these is the inside, outside, parentheses, absolute value signs. So pay close attention as we're going through our notes to those, so you make sure that you are modeling it the correct way in your assignment. So first thing that we do is we are going to look at our functions, and we are going to decide whether they are an x squared function or an absolute value of x function. So all you have to do is look at the shape. Our U-shaped graphs are x squared functions. So that's my parent function. And our V-shaped graphs are absolute value of x. That's my parent function. So there's your parent functions on the first two. All you have to do is look at the shape. Okay, then you have to look at the graph, and you have to see where did the graph move to. So I'm going to zoom into this x squared graph, and I can see that this graph has moved straight left. It has moved left 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So on that transformation line, I'm going to write down L5. Any questions on how I decided that it transformed left 5? You want to say if it was at 0, 0, then where did it go? Not what does it need to do to go back to 0, 0. Okay, then we have to go look at our table. I don't know why I zoomed in so far. And we have to say, okay, to go left, I want to add inside. So if you need to put a little note to yourself that says add in, you can. And I'm going to add 5 inside of my function. So I already have the f of x there. And how we add 5 inside is we've got to put those parentheses. So it's going to be x plus 5 inside parentheses, and then the squared goes outside. And that is the function for an equation that is an x squared function, and then scooted straight left 5. Okay. Any questions on that function? Okay, we can look at the next one then. So the next one, we already decided it's an absolute value function. Did it go up, down, left, or right? Up. It went straight up. How many? 3. So we can write down U3. So up 3. And to go up, you have to add outside. So if you need to put a note to yourself that says add out, you can. And then to write our function, we already have the f of x equals. We're going to put our absolute value of x, and then we need to add 3 outside. So that means we need to do absolute value of x, close our absolute value signs, and then put the plus 3. Okay. Any questions on either of those graphs or functions? Coolio. We've got two more then. These two both go left or right and up or down. Here is my helpful hint for you. Always do left or right first, then do up or down. So if down at the bottom, there's not like a place to write this, I'm going to write it down at the bottom. So I'm going to say number 1. So for transformation 1, do left or right. Transformation number 2, do up or down. It's going to make your life easier because left or right goes inside and up or down goes outside. And so if you, on these blanks that say transformation 1 and 2, if you do them in that order, it'll make your life easier. So always write your first transformation as left or right, your second transformation as up or down. Okay, so with that being said, my parent function on this third graph, it's the V-shaped, so that's absolute value of x. And then I have two transformations. So I need to say how far left or right it went, how far up or down it went. So did it go left or right? Left, and it looks like it went 1, 2, 3. So you write down L3, and then it looks like it went straight up 2. So you always want to do your left or right first, and then your up or down. It's going to make your life way easier when it comes to writing your function. Then, if you need to, for left and right, it's inside. So for left, I add inside. So if you need to write down add inside. And then up 2 is add outside. If you need to write yourself a note that says I add in and then I add out, that might help you. And then we just do that. We use our absolute value function. We add 3 inside to go left 3. We add 2 outside to go up 2. So it's going to look like this. Absolute value of x plus 3. And then you add 2 outside. See the difference between inside and outside. Last one, nice short and sweet notes. Last one, it is a U-shaped graph. What is the parent function for a U-shaped graph? Good job. X squared. My transformation, I always do right or left first. It looks like I went right 1, 2, 3. Use that dot we put on there. We put the dot in the middle so you would know like where to count to. So we go right 3. I don't know why that 3 looks so. My paper moved. We're going to redo that. Number 3. R3. Much neater. Then it looks like you go down 5. Yep. R3, D5. So to go right, we subtract inside. So I need to subtract 3 inside. And then to go down, I need to subtract outside. So subtract inside, subtract outside. Okay, so in parentheses, we'll do x minus 3, because that'll be our inside. And then we'll put our squared on. And then we'll put our minus 5 outside. Okay, this note sheet does not have a back, so let's all glue it in real quick. And then Miss Burgess is going to bring around your assignments, and we are going to do the first couple together because they're written a little bit differently just because we can only fit so many graphs on there, to be quite honest. So you glue these in while Miss Burgess brings around your assignment, and then we'll look at the first couple on your assignment together. Oh no. There we go. Oh, almost. There we go. Okay. Hand me one. My arms aren't long enough. Thank you. Thanks. Alright, so look at this assignment. Okay, the first 6 problems, because we could only fit 6 graphs on there. The first 6 problems, we just give you a description. So if it says an absolute value function, you use your absolute value. If it says a quadratic, that's x squared. And then it tells you whether it's moved up, down, left, or right. So it tells you, essentially, it's instead of you having the graph and filling out these blanks yourself, these blanks are already given to you and you fill out the last one yourself. So I just wanted to point that out. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording now. You guys have